What's up, y'all? Welcome to Nostalgic Sports. Today we are going to be covering the 8 UFL team uniforms after the XFL and USFL merger heading into the 2024 season. I'm not going to be showing them in any particular order, but I'll let you know which one is my favorite and which one is my least favorite. Starting off with the DC Defenders. I like their logo and think their color scheme of red, white, and a little silver looks good together, and the helmet works with the decal on the stripes. The away uniform keeps the same red pants as the home but has the white jersey with the red numbers. What's really cool about the uniforms is that they are inspired by the DC flag, and on the shoulder of the jersey you can see the DC flag. I do think if they added a touch of blue that the uniforms would be that much cooler with a red, white, and blue DC Defenders team, but they're still really cool. Next up, we have the Arlington Renegades. Their home uniform is an all powder blue jersey and pants with the diagonal black stripes across the shoulders of the jerseys. The numbers being red outlined in black is a nice touch. And for the away uniforms, where we have all white with the powder blue shoulder stripes and red with powder blue numbers. Personally, I think the away uniforms are a lot better looking than the home uniforms. There's just too much powder blue going on in those home uniforms for me, but still very unique. Next up, we have the St. Louis Battlehawks. I really like their simplistic logo and color scheme, with the home uniform being all blue with white numbers that have gray accents. The numbers kind of look like the ones that we've seen from the military universities, which I think look really cool also. The away uniforms are light gray jerseys and pants with blue stripes and numbers. I like that they went with a gray jersey instead of white for the away uniforms. The helmet is silver with the blue wings on the side, and the Battlehawks are definitely near the top of my favorite uniforms. Next up, we have the San Antonio Brahmas. Their home uniforms are an all charcoal gray colorway with bright yellow accents and stripes with white numbers. I like the helmets and the horn decals on it, but I am not a fan of the bright yellow. So with these away uniforms going that color and being bright yellow, I'm not a fan at all of these uniforms. While the Brahmas have a cool logo and helmet, and the charcoal gray looks good, but the bright yellow in the colorway just doesn't work for me. Next up, we have the Houston Roughnecks. Right off the bat, I really like the red, white, and blue color scheme and how the numbers fade from red at the top to blue at the bottom. Their helmets are also the coolest ones I've seen in the league so far, with half of the helmet being blue and the other half being split between red and white, and I think that looks really awesome. The helmet is designed to look like the Texas state flag, and is definitely my favorite helmet any team has in the UFL. With the jerseys though, I'm not the biggest fan of how the tops of the shoulders are a different color than the rest of the jersey. I think if the jerseys were one solid color, it would improve their uniforms drastically. Still one of my favorite uniforms though. Next up, we have the Memphis Showboats. To me, these are some of the most basic uniforms in the UFL. The colorway of blue, yellow, and white works, but if you're calling your team the Showboats, I would expect them to have a little bit more flashy of uniforms to match that name. And just like the Houston Roughnecks, I'm not a fan of how the jersey is one color with the shoulders being another. It would look so much better as one solid color. The Showboats helmets are pretty awesome though. I really like the matte blue in their logo. If they just improved those jerseys, I would like them better overall. Next up, we have the Michigan Panthers. Right away to me, they remind me of Boston College uniforms with a touch of blue. I do think the blue stripes is a nice addition to the uniforms, and it stands out well. I prefer their away uniforms and how the blue stands out on them even more though. Their away uniforms are definitely close to the top for me. Overall, their uniforms are unique while still being simplistic. And finally, we have the Birmingham Stallions. I love the colorway of their uniforms, kind of like a 49ers and Florida State hybrid uniform. I like their simple uniforms and that they aren't too flashy. I think their cream helmets look awesome and really stand out when they're wearing their away uniforms. With the color scheme, the helmets, and the simple design, the Stallions for me have my favorite uniform in the UFL. I know some people would disagree with me, but simple is what I like in a uniform, and it might be a little bit biased since the Stallions come from my home state of Alabama. I'm also going to mention, even though I know that this team isn't part of the UFL this year, but will hopefully make a comeback, the Seattle Sea Dragons had awesome helmets and uniforms, and I like to see those make a comeback in the league. In the comments, let me know what you think about the UFL uniforms, and what you like and what you dislike about them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more UFL coverage and sports content coming soon.